Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
This bullet just handed to me.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Caleb Williams showed up to training camp sporting a bit of a different look this year.
What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody. Glad to be back.
And no, we're not only talking about that excellent Chicago mustache.
I lost some weight, so it's good. I'm excited about that. Be able to move a little bit better, be smoother.
How much weight did Williams shed exactly?
10 to 15, something like that.
Of course, whenever someone announces a weight loss, everybody wants to know how you did it.
Eating at certain times, going to bed and not eating after 7, and just eating consistently, eating well.
Don't worry, Bears fans. The lifestyle changes were incorporated into his off-season workout.
Just being able to also bring that into the facility with the strength staff and things like that, things I've done, things that work well with me, and being able to adjust and be better for the season.
All right, yes indeed, this is once again Breaking Bears right here on the KeNikka Sports Channel. But first, it's time for the final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
Yes, that's right. If you are counting down the days until the start of Chicago Bears football for the 2026 season, then like this video, subscribe to our channel, and please ring that bell for our mascot, Frexy. Look at her running around the park, everybody. She is just so much fun and so much joy for Nika and I, and we hope she brings some joy into your lives as well.
Thank you, and shout out to our new and returning viewers. Thank you for your continuous support and checking us out, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Hell yeah!
And what a show we have. This is a subject, Nika, that is near and dear to my heart. Caleb Williams losing 10 to 15 pounds in the offseason. What were your first thoughts?
My first thought was it's really hard when you're a fit person to actually lose that 10 to 15 pounds.
The final
10 pounds off,
right,
if you will.
It's the hardest, right? And I think you see it on Caleb's face that he lost some weight.
I saw the mustache.
Well, yeah, speaking of which, what an excellent Chicago mustache. I mean, like, put a police hat on him. Am I wrong?
No, he looks fantastic.
Just don't start eating donuts, Caleb.
He might put the 10 pounds back.
No kidding. Faster than you think. No, I definitely see it on his face. Like,
Yes.
A little bit leaner. And to be fair, we always said Caleb was a little bit of a thick boy.
Well, he was muscular, more stocky build than your typical quarterback, tall and lanky.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess I don't really see a problem with him taking off the weight. There was some concern by some folks on Twitter, like, I hope this doesn't make him more injury prone, but I don't think he lost any muscle or anything here.
No, I think he lost mostly the fat.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Jaden Daniels comes to mind.
Yeah.
When he's way too skinny for a quarterback. And
Right.
look at him.
He doesn't look like Jaden Daniels right now.
No, he does not.
And I would be more concerned if I was a Commanders fan with the way Jaden Daniels looked, because he looks scrawny and toothpicky to me at times.
Yes.
Now, injuries can happen anywhere to anybody, so, we don't wish any ill fortune on anyone.
But Caleb looks good.
Caleb looks
good.
damn good. He's already fast. He's already really elusive. Is he going to get even faster now and even more elusive?
Yes, it goes right with Ben Johnson's faster, more intense.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is just more maturity, taking good care of yourself, wanting to get the most out of yourself.
Absolutely.
And discipline. This is a sign of discipline from him. But it's also leadership.
Oh, yeah, because he wants to bring that kind of a mantra into the locker room.
Welcome aboard.
I want to talk about what he mentioned about timed eating. And, he didn't mention the words intermittent fasting. So we don't know exactly what time he's eating when he wakes up, but we do know that he is stopping to eat at around 7 o'clock at night.
Right. He doesn't eat past 7.
So I don't know what time he's getting up and breaking his fast, but let's just say like it's the earliest is 7. He's at least getting 12 hours of no food, which is a pretty decent time. It allows your body to do some things that it can't do when it's constantly digesting.
Absolutely. We are not meant to eat 24/7. We're not grazers. We
Are you sure? That's not what they told me. I should be eating 6 times a day.
Well, that's the marketing ploy to sell you more garbage.
Oh,
but
is that what it was?
Exactly.
Oh, geez. How did that happen?
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Yeah, I also feel like he's learning how to stay satiated longer. And I couldn't help but think of the great Michael Jordan, who ate steak 7 hours before tip-off to keep himself satiated until the game was over. So you're talking about, 9.5, 10 hours without having any food.
right.
And at the end of the 10 hours is when your game ends. And so I'm just wondering how Caleb's going to approach the regular season. Your games are at all different times and all different days of the week. And if he's going to be able to maintain the lifestyle changes he's made throughout the regular season, I'm sure it's got to be challenging because, we do intermittent fasting. Mm-hmm. We do time restrictive eating, if you want to call it that. But one of the things that helps us the most with it is being able to stay on a somewhat repetitive schedule, don't you think?
Absolutely. But it also gives us a flexibility when we cannot have that. When we traveled or when we go somewhere, we just eat either earlier or we don't till we get there.
That's a good point. We've had to challenge ourselves at times, and, we found it's not that bad.
No.
Especially if you're occupied doing something busy, like playing a football game or working on a movie shoot or something.
Exactly. You don't think about it.
So you concur?
Nevertheless, I think it's a cool opportunity for Caleb, and I'm curious to see how much more he opens up about this as the coming weeks go on, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot more interviews, and I'm sure people are going to be curious about it and ask him about it. So I'm curious how forthright he will actually get when it comes to talking about like how much time he takes off eating and stuff. I'm curious. Obviously, I want to know.
This is just the beginning.
Is there any other ways that this is going to help him, KeNikka, other than just adding more athleticism, potentially staying satiated and not eating?
I think his performance will improve. If you go on the field with full belly, you're not going to be able to swing or throw the ball as hard as you want because you're more sluggish. Your brain and your body is digesting the food you just put in there.
Yeah, I agree. We're talking about a guy who's already highly durable and who's already made an effort to cut out a lot of processed foods since he was 10 years old, he said. And we don't know how much of that is truth or legend at this point, but nevertheless, I never looked at Caleb Williams as somebody that was unhealthy, and, to see him going out there and trying to get even better at just his health, I think says a lot about him.
If you ain't first, you're last.
It will help him mentally as well. When you learn to live without food at certain times, your life depends less on it. So any benefit to not have you thinking about food will just increase your focus elsewhere.
Absolutely.
It's something we all experience too, whether you're a great athlete or whether you're just a garbage worker or anything like that in society. We all experience hunger.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'm really excited about this for Caleb, and I actually hope that this is something that spreads throughout the locker room too. And maybe some other people look at and say wow, that's really interesting. His performance is getting even better. He lost that hard to lose weight that I've been having trouble trying to lose. I think I'm going to try this. This could have such a huge ramification on the team, the locker room, and just the bonding and the camaraderie that we're talking about. I wish more people would talk about this, actually, as someone that went through change himself.
It's hard because then you have the sponsors. You can't talk negatively about your sponsors. You can't say negative things about Coca-Cola or Gatorade or whatever.
Whoever's sponsoring the Fox NFL broadcast this week. Yeah, absolutely. I know where you're coming from. It's a thin line that they all have to walk. But I think we're also seeing some of those old guard be torn down a little bit because you can't hide it as much anymore in 2026 as you could in 1986. It's just taken 40 years for a lot of the blinders to come off. It's been a really slow process.
Well, that's what they say. Science move one death at a time.
All right. Well, on that note, let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited that Caleb Williams was able to shed this last 10 to 15 pounds, or are you nervous? You think this is going to make him more injury prone, perhaps? You shouldn't think that after listening to our show today, but, let us know if you disagree in the comments below. Otherwise, we will see you on the next one.